Hey, what's up? Peace and blessings. I'm Jovhannah, the spiritual love healer, and today I'm going to be answering a question, which is, how do I find love? So, there are a few different layers to unpacking this question and the idea that we have to go out and find love. But before I get into that, I just want to share a little bit about who I am and what I have going on so that you can join me. So again, I'm Jovhannah, the spiritual love healer. I provide energy healing, tarot and oracle card readings, as well as coaching to really help women heal their hearts, and so that they can get closure, so they can move on and truly manifest and magnetize the love that they desire and deserve to them. So, in a couple of weeks, on Thursday, December 5th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to be doing a live Zoom, and we're going to be actually talking about how you can heal your heartbreak. So there will also be a chance for you to ask questions there as well. So I'll include the link in the description. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but definitely click the link and you'll see it so that you can sign up. It's absolutely free, so I hope that you will join me. Now let's talk about finding love, right? Because everybody wants to be loved. Everybody needs love. Love is one of our basic needs as humans, and it's definitely one of the reasons why we were put here, was really to connect with each other. So here's the thing about finding. So let's talk about finding, missing, chasing. All of those words indicate that something is missing. And that actually more so resonates with lack than with abundance. And so when you feel like you have to find love, right? Like, my keys are missing, I need to find them. There, it's something that you don't presently have. You don't know where it is. You can't obtain it. So you need to go out and find it. What was that? Chasing, right? Like, I gotta, I'm chasing this money. If you chase something, that means it has to run from you, because that's what a chase is all about. And we don't want to chase love, right? Because that means we're constantly like running. Like, I gotta get it. It keeps eluding me. And so again, we don't want that, right? And so even missing, and this is a hard one, and I'll probably do a separate video on this another time, but missing someone is actually lack as well. And here's why. And I'm not going to go too deep into this. Like I said, I'll probably do a separate video. But if you miss something, that means it's gone. That means it's not part of your life. So even if you're separated from someone, energetically, you're still connected. So it's really just a mindset shift in being able to recognize love that's already around you. And that's why when people ask me, how do I find love? My answer is, you don't find love, you become love. Yes, that's all it is. And I think that's why a lot of us struggle, is because we have not embraced love and we have not embodied love in our life as it is now. And so what that means is, are you loving yourself? Or is there some part of you, and sometimes this could be subconscious, which is why energy work and spiritual work is so important, because we might not even be aware that we're not really loving ourselves inside, right? Like, we might think, well, I'm saying my affirmations every day, I'm getting my hair and my nails done, I'm taking care of myself, and I love me, I love myself. But there might be something inside of you where you're blocking that. And oftentimes it could be fear of opening your heart again because of what you've experienced in the past. It could be issues with your family. And a lot of times we do not talk about this when it comes to love, but familial issues, familial and generational issues around love, around relationships, play a humongous part in how you show up not only as a person, but in relationships, and how you go about dating. And so what I've seen, and a lot of the women that I have worked with, they have had toxic family relationships. And what happens is that they start to manifest toxic relationships in their partners, and it becomes hard to let go because that's kind of what they've been used to. That has been their experience in relationships, is that, you know, they're toxic, they're going to be a struggle. And so that's not the case. And so oftentimes it needs to be a space of healing when it comes to our family, and also of past relationships, to really be okay and be complete and just feel the love in your life as it is. So that's one thing that could definitely be impacting your ability to manifest love. And so too, when we get into a space where you're trying to find love, like you want to find love, oftentimes it's because you don't feel that you have love around you, and you might. And so that might mean, you know, maybe you are like the black sheep in your family, you're the weird one, and so you feel maybe disconnected from your family. Or maybe, you know, your parents can only love you as they are. And so you might not recognize that, yeah, you know, my mom is always on me about this or that. And, you know, my dad's always harping on me over this, or, you know, they're just standoffish, like whatever the case may be. But you have to realize, like, that's them loving you. Even if it's not ideal, like maybe you didn't have the, you know, the Cosby family relationship. Maybe yours was more like, crap, what was that other show? I can't think of it, but some other like dysfunctional type of situation. People can only love you as they are. And when it comes to your family, oftentimes we have to, especially if you're in a space where you're trying to grow and you're realizing like, wow, like that was not really supportive, that was kind of toxic. It's up to you to shift that for yourself, for, you know, for future generations. And so being able to say, you know what, they did the best they could, and not carrying on those wounded inner child issues as an adult, that's important as well. And so especially if you're trying to find love out of that space because you feel like, oh, well, I never had it, no one ever really loved me, you've got to switch the energy around that, because you're telling love like, well, you're not here, so let me come find you, right? And now we're playing like a hide and seek game. Is love over here? Is love over there? And what that can do is also, like, you meet someone and it's like, oh my gosh, this has to be love. And every time you meet someone, it's like, oh, this is it. This is the one. This is love. Because you're looking for it so hard that you're just, anything that seems to be love, it's like, oh my God, this is love. I'm gonna, you know, dump my all in, and it might not be the right thing. And there was this post I saw on Twitter that said, don't confuse a little bit of attention with love. And so being in a space where you've got to find love is exactly putting you in that position to mistake attention for love. Okay, so that's another thing. I should have made bullet points because I feel like I have gone all over the rainbow right now. So what else is next? So we're talking about finding love, why we don't desire to find love, and why we need to be loved. Okay, I'm back on track. So with that being said, when you get to a space, first of all, of realizing and accepting that love truly does start with you, and that how you treat yourself sets the tone. And I know it's like, oh my gosh, like seriously, like that's so stupid, but it's fact. How you treat yourself tells everyone else around you how to treat you. So it's very important that you love yourself, because what that does is it heals all the mommy and daddy issues. It heals all the past heartbreaks. It heals all of the thoughts like, I'm not enough, no one's gonna love me. It heals all of those negative thoughts, It helps you to align yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. It lifts your vibration, it lifts your spirit, and it just shifts the energy around you. So it's like you've pouring all this beautiful golden light into your cup, and it's full and it's overflowing. And now this energy is radiating out to you that says, I am loved, I am loving, I am confident, I am worthy and deserving of all good things. And so you start to attract or magnetize people who also feel that way. They're like, look, she's love, I'm love, let's connect. You'll make new friends. You'll go on more fulfilling dates. I'm not saying that they're all going to work out, but you're gonna meet people where you can start to have meaningful connections. And what is that going to do? It's going to continue to boost your vibration. It's going to continue to magnetize people to you. It's going to help you discern who is for you and who is not for you. It's going to help you set healthy boundaries to say, okay, you know what? Every time, you know, my girlfriend calls, she's always calling with some drama or some negativity. She's really talking negative about where I am in my life right now. And I don't know if this is what I want. And so you will just be in a different state. The people that you start to have around you are going to change. Your relationships are going to change. You are going to change. And one of the key things is that you are no longer going to tolerate people who are not worthy of you, people who don't deserve to be in your energy, people who don't respect you, people who are incapable of being assets to your life in any way. And I'm not saying that means, oh, I'm going to use people. No, no, no. We want to make sure that the people who are in our lives are capable of exchange, of sharing, of giving and receiving the same type of energy, right? So you don't want to be the friend who's always like loaning out $20 and all you can get back from people is $1. Like, that's not helpful. So you want to make sure that you're around people who can help you to continue to grow, to continue to truly step into who you are. And that also goes back into the concept of finding love, is that once you, notifications, more of them, okay, sorry. Once you recognize that you are love, you will start to move different. You're going to recognize that all love isn't the type of love that you want. You're going to start to look at your past relationships a little differently and say, okay, this was a low vibrational expression here. So how can I get the highest expression of love? How can I achieve spiritual love? And so when you're in a space where you're single and you're really trying to focus on calling a partner into your life, you really want to have love in your life, I really want you to focus on how can you embrace love in your life as it is now. Are there things that you need to heal? Are there things that you need to change or to work on? And just think about, like, what kind of energy are you putting out there? Like, when you were, you know, saying that you were finding love, was it coming from a place of desperation or a place of lack or a place of longing? Because we want to change that. And you can do that too by honoring the relationships that you have now, spending time with your family and friends, spending time just with yourself, you know, doing things that you love. And that's why when people say, you know, just do you, you know, focus on yourself and love will come, love will find you. That's because when you are out here living your best life, and I always tell people some of the things, like, what did you love doing as a child that you don't do anymore? For me, it was skating. I lived on wheels, whether it was skate, and usually it was my rollerblades, skates, skateboards, bikes. I was always rolling. And so for me, that's something that I want to bring back into my life. Gosh, those were some good days, man. But so think about some of those things that you really loved doing when you were younger, the things that like just made you happy, made you feel alive. And another thing for me was like sewing and crocheting. I was very crafty. I was always making things. And photography, I actually pulled my camera out autumn is like my favorite time of the year because just all of the beautiful colors and the whole just world around me is in transition, and just to see it, like this is my season, and I love it. So I was like, I need to pull my camera out and start taking pictures and get outside. But when you start to do the things that make you feel good, the things that you love, like that's when you come alive. So you might be out, maybe it's, you know, painting or whatever, and I used to love painting too. So maybe you're going to like these paint and sip events. They got, you know, you're going to yoga because you like yoga. Like you're doing things for you. You're traveling, going to wine tastings, and just doing stuff that makes you feel good. Like you're radiating out all this energy because you're happy, because you're in a healthy place mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You got your finances in order, or maybe you're getting them in order, but you're on a different vibration. And when you are doing things you love, when you are living life with love, when you are leading from the heart, that shows, and you're going to magnetize people who are living full lives. They're not coming to you because it's you know, it's cold outside and they need a couch to sleep on. They're not coming to you because it's tax time and they, you know, they trying to spend your little tax money. They're coming to you because they've got their stuff together. They're coming to you because they don't need to find love. They have love. They're looking to add on to the love that's in their life. So do you see the difference now? They're not looking for you to be their love because they can't do it for themselves. And I know so many women who have been in these relationships with these men who were empty. They were empty. And so you're so busy trying to pour into this man, trying to pull him up by his bootstraps. And next thing you know, he's drained you mentally, physically, spiritually, probably financially. And he's going on off to the next one. And you're sitting there like, trying to figure out, how do I get myself back together, and how did all of this happen? Because you were so busy pouring into someone who was trying to find love to fill them because they couldn't do it themselves. They weren't willing to do that work themselves. So you don't want to find any more empty vessels. You want to find a vessel that is already full of love, that is already complete, so that you are not depleting yourself in an attempt to love them. You don't want to find love for someone else to fill your vessel, because you don't know what they're going to fill it with. Are they going to fill it with karmic love? Or are they going to fill it with the highest vibration of love? But we don't want to leave that up to chance. They might fill you with more negativity and toxicity because they say, oh, she's looking for love. Like, she don't even know who she is, that she's already worthy of loving because she's trying to find it. Okay, so now I'm going to talk down to her. Now I'm going to manipulate her emotions. Now I'm going to make her feel that she's nothing without me. And that's generally how that happens. People, energy vampires, people can see, people can feel your vibration. And so you want to fill it up so full that low vibrational people can't touch you. They can't touch you because you're way up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? You off the radar. They down here. You're way up here off the radar. They cannot get to you. So what happens is those users, those manipulators, those low vibrational people, those relationships that, you know, just don't mean anything, you're going to just just skip over all of that because you're in a different playing field now. And so that's why it's really important not to try to find love, but to first be love. Then you will start to attract love to you. And I know some people are like, well, finding love, that's dating. Like, you got to get out there and you got to date. Yeah, you do. But we're not doing it to find love. We're doing it to meet people. We're doing it to have new experiences. We're doing it to see what's out there. We're doing it to connect with others. We're doing it to have fun new experiences, not to find love. We want to find people and meet people to see what kind of connection we have and what kind of connection we can build, and whether or not we can add love in each other's lives. Alrighty, I hope that you loved this. I know I did. Again, I want you to join me, and let me see if I can find the link really quick, but it is going to be on Thursday, December the 5th at 7 p.m. And we're going to connect virtually on Zoom, and we're going to talk about how you can heal your heartbreak. We're going to talk about getting closure, how you can reclaim yourself, and really exploring the true essence of love. So the link is shore.b, that's shor.by/heal-heartbreak. And I'll include the link as well so that you can get more details and register. Again, it's free, and I really want to see you there. I cannot wait. I'm super excited about this. If you have questions, let me know. Leave them in the comments. Send me a message, and I will answer it because I am here to spread love. All right, have a great day. Peace.